I'm Mai. I am the Events and Marketing Director for Lyceum, which is a nonprofit and that basically focuses on serving everyone with life skills and professional development workshops.
And as COVID-19 hit everyone around the globe, we saw the needs to help people to truly anchor on their best so that they can best coping with all the pressure and the stress that we're currently experiencing. Join me to welcome Dr. Rob Pennington.
Really, I've been fired. I've been divorced. I've been depressed. I've been self-employed for 40 years, which means I've been unemployed for 40 years, trying to find work. I was shot in the center of my chest by an unknown assailant with a .38. Life is school and love is the lesson. And anytime you're stressed and worried, you're not doing it. And it's just because there's some challenge you don't know how to deal with. And all you got to do is flip it to the goal and take one action, and you'll begin moving in the direction of that.
Please join me to give a round of applause to Dr. Veronica Powell.
So when we took a look at your family of origin to see what communication style was more prevalent, now I want you to think about your own personal style. Communication is the thread that binds us together in the human-to-human interaction. When the fabric of communication unravels, all we need is more thread and maybe another piece of cloth to rebind our connection. And in saying that, just as long as we have breath, we can find hope, we can find grace, and we can find gratitude. And nothing is irreparable. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you Simi Pothen.
Just let me know, what does empowerment mean to each of you? Just in the chat box, just write what comes to you when you hear the word or when you just think of the word empowerment, because we hear that word all the time. But what does it mean to you personally? To me, empowerment is a process of an internal growth and transformation where there's less and less attachment to external conditions or circumstances or people to find fulfillment and happiness.
I would like to invite Teresa to speak first, and then Robyn will follow. And please use the chat if you have some questions.
My daughter tends to be, she gets bored really fast, and once she gets done with her homework, she gets a little disruptive. So I started adding more homework to her. Okay, so let me go back to here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the 4 strategies. And first is L, lead by example. Second is O, open-minded and flexible. Third is V, value your children out loud. And E, explore different options and opinions. The 4 strategies, LOVE, love.
So now, given what we already learned from Teresa, what other strategies that parents can use to make their life easier?
Well, we as humans, actually, all of us, have different ways that feel better for us to feel loved. And it's the 5 love languages. And I've even put together a little ebook that I'll have to kind of revamp, and I can make that available at some point too, of how the love languages impact your children, or how to use them and how they work. And so there's, let me see if I can remember them all. There's words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, gifts, and physical touch. And I can say, for an example, my son was quality time. And it wasn't just regular quality time, it was quality time in neon lights. Because we could play all day long, and I would stop to go and start making dinner, and he's like right under my feet. It's like wanting more and more.
We will have 3 speakers for tonight. Join me to welcome Dr. Kieu.
So some of the things that I would like to share with you, which may be useful in these times, is just to remind you that we always have to do the best with what we have. Many physicians are reluctant to use medicine, but I do use it widely. And I know that without those medications, then the family life would be unlivable for them. So, and that child hurts himself. So there are very good medication which need to be monitored for long-term use, but it has made a big difference in the life of the children.
I'm here to discuss some strategies for school, for your child and for COVID and beyond. Tracking success, feedback, feedback, feedback. Let your child know how she or he is doing. Make it visual. So visual feedback, absolutely. Precise visual feedback, precise verbal feedback.
It is my pleasure to introduce you, Claudia Taboada.
The thing that is that I want to emphasize is that we cannot pour from an empty cup. So we really need to take care of our physical, our mental, and emotional health. It is an absolute priority, and especially now in these times of COVID-19, where our kids are 24/7 and they need constant supervision, we need to set boundaries. We need to set some boundaries and say we have to take some time for us.